Anyway, we're about to learn Goober's real name, which makes me sad.
Did we not already do that?
Hey, Lenny.
Do we? Do we know his real name?
What's up?
I don't remember.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Not really, Captain.
We're supposed to ask about the
outside
art
the
theft.
clinic.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Apparently,
Oh, the sheriff, not the sheriff, not the kid.
Do you know anything?
So
about
Sue has a new
weird
thing where
old
like
guy
they do
dressed
adventures
in
that you can
red
only do
around
for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks at a
You're
time.
joking, right?
And this last weekend we tried to do the new one. We being me,
What's your
my sea
opinion on
husband,
the Church of
Jabbar.
the Holy Trinity?
I
And
think it's a nice enough.
it turns out that
I don't know. The priest
setting it up takes like an hour and a half or 2 hours, which is like how long we usually take.
But I
And
know
then you gotta
that's
get
what it is.
like at least one other crew of players who are willing to cooperate and do it with you, and that part took 5 hours.
Oh my god. That seems
So-
exceptionally
You can
long
just
for
play
that
a
game.
regular MMO where you like
Hello, Sheriff.
can do other things while you wait for the
Or
dungeon to
in
load.
any way communicate with like other players who are not within
Yeah.
like a stone's throw away from you.
Do you know
And where there are
anything
more than like
about
5 other
Wayne
like
State?
or I think right now 4 other crews like in the entire world map.
Lenny,
You know what?
If you
Like
just
ask-
was
Go ahead.
get the report from the.
You know what
burglary
made me
at
absolutely
Wayne State
furious,
back in
though?
'86? On it, boss.
was actually worth it.
There you go, Captain.
Oh my god.
Thanks, buddy.
The actual battle that happens when you get like the other crews was completely out of control. It was like the wildest thing I've done in like the 600 or so hours, and I was so mad because like they like you absolutely need more than one crew to get the most out of it. Yeah, they're 100% right. I was like so pissed off that they were making us do this, and like that we had to rely on
Franklin
some other crew
Gold-
cooperating. But it was fucking great.
I hate it.
Franklin Goldfarb.
Okay, so Abe Goldfarb is the voice actor's name. So
It's no Goober.
no. It took Charles Wade a month to get back to his house.
It was the 80s. There was a lot of coke. So I assume Goober is in the
I gotta
church.
find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary.
Why would he go to the church?
Because the instructions, the achievements are you can get a heretic and you can try to electrocute Goober. I don't... Maybe he is somewhere else, but I assume he would be in the church.
Alright.
If he's not in the church, I don't know...
Nope.
Okay, then I don't know where to find him, because there's no go-to instruction.
Well, he was in the clinic. Maybe we can go to his room in the clinic. In fact, I think I remember doing that.
Have we not come up on an hour already?
We are at 51 minutes and 13 seconds.
Huh. Time flies.
When you're
I believe
talking
that
about
they might be giants
old
conversation.
bands and weird
I'm sorry I got heated
Christian
about they might be
churches.
giants. If you say they might be giants and strong bad in the same sentence, followed by I don't know much about it, I'm gonna get heated.
Oh, that's right. We have his name, so now we can look him up.
What's the boomer? They might be giant.
Danny Elfman.
Search
No.
for
Remember, we
Goober.
just fucking said this. Remember when we said,
Goober.
do you fucking remember what's Oingo Boingo!
Spell it wrong.
Not now.
Fucking.
Please make that the title of this video. Oingo Boingo.
Franklin Goldfarb.
Did we ask Sue about the red man at the cabin?
Yeah.
I know we talked to her.
I remember seeing somewhere like there was an incorrect rumor about Danny Elfman going around that like like at sort of around the height of his career, that he didn't actually know how to write music, like that he just like hummed and other people wrote down the actual notes for him, or that he could like play the instruments but like didn't actually like know notation or anything. I think that this was supposed to be like a burn, but if you become a famous musician, you don't actually know how any of that shit works. I feel like that's actually an accomplishment in and of itself.
My favorite Danny Elfman fact is that his girlfriend at the time wrote the script to Nightmare Before Christmas, and it was slightly based off of him, and he ended up doing the music for it, right? And he read the script for Nightmare Before Christmas, and he was like, I fucking hate this.
What?
Didn't he also sing the voice of Jack Sparrow?
Yeah,
Is that
no,
Jack's-
Jack Skellington. Yes, he did.
Jesus Christ,
Well,
that was cursed.
so the premise of Nightmare Before Christmas was based off of, very loosely, that Danny Elfman used to have Halloween parties with Oingo Boingo, and he was tired of doing Halloween parties with the Oingo Boingo, and so they kind of like played off of that and let Tim Burton do his.
Oh, it's you
But
again. Come on in.
Danny Elfman's girlfriend wrote the actual fucking script, and if you think about it in that sense, and you see Sally and you see Jack, you can see like maybe what it was like living with fucking Danny Elfman at the time.
It's not a flattering portrayal, particularly.
It isn't, and that's probably why he was pissed.
Do you know who the Red Man is?
Oh, that's just Nate's imaginary friend. The Red Man has been around ever since my boy was little.
I see. So there's no actual person in town he could be referring
I
to.
can't, like, that's the one thing I have trouble wrapping my head around is, like,
Why?
roasting a
According
loved
to
one
Nathan, the
in
Red
art.
Man hasn't changed in 30 years.
Yeah, but if you're
The Red Man
like,
actually
think about No
exists.
Doubt,
I
right?
met him
So
in the
like No
forest.
Doubt, they did ska music, and
That's
then
crazy talk.
one of the band members
Stop
broke
kidding
up with
around.
Gwen
I'm
Stefani,
not in the
right?
mood.
And then she wrote one of her most prolific albums to ever
Does
be
the
written
name
ever.
Franklin Goldfarb
So I
mean
think that there
anything to you?
is some
You mean
validity
Goober?
in writing something
Nobody
off of
calls
like
him
heartbreak.
Franklin anymore.
Oh, that's Goober's real name.
Oh, sure.
Gotcha.
Mostly, like, if it's an active relationship is the thing, like, I can't imagine doing.
Sure thing.
Where, like, the art itself is, like, in some way making fun of the person, or, like...
I mean, I wouldn't, but I'm glad that she did. Like, Nightmare for Christmas is like one of the greatest things ever made.
So maybe we need to talk to the police about Goober? I don't know where else we could find him.
I think he eventually materializes in the church according to the walkthrough I have, if we've done all the steps. Or maybe he's back in prison, I don't know.
What other steps do we have?
Hey, Lenny.
For today, there is not
Does
much.
the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything
Go to the
you?
clinic and talk to the nurse. We've done that. Go to the church. Ask Father Isaac about the incident, about the church. We've done that. Go to the nature reserve. Go to the nature reserve again. Pick up the torn picture. We already did all that. Go to the lakeside cabin. Put the picture together, and then get the note Red Man. Ask Sue about the Red Man. And then going up, there's get Goober to perform the usual surprises thing, and then electrocute him.
Did that.
Lanny, I need you to do something.
Go up the stairs. The note Charles Wade appears. Ask Charles about the incident, about Cocky, about Jimmy Cochran, about Lily Meyer's note. Ask about the art theft. We did all that. And then the next step after all that is talk to Goober after you go to the church and ask Father Isaac about the incident.
Never mind.
Is there another
Okay, so
Does the
maybe...
name Franklin
in the church?
Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Maybe.
Never heard of him.
But why would he be
Anything
in a... Why would he be in a back room?
That's all.
He's
Go to a
he's,
church,
you
you
know,
sit in the fucking pews.
Maybe is he in the jail before we leave?
No, we can't even go in there right now. And these prompts
other
are
thing to
clearly like,
do-
oh, who's Franklin Goldfarb? Oh, that's Goober. We already know that. So let's try the church. again.
Okay. Well, if he's not in the church, the next step is go to the Wherein residence. Maybe this is not a director's cut.
Hello, Isaac.
Maybe
yeah, that might
we
be a
need to
director's
ask him
cut
about
change.
Do
Franklin
you know
Goldfarb.
who Franklin Goldfarb is?
I'm afraid not, my...
Okay, let's ask him about the
This
Red
may
Man.
sound strange, but have you heard of or seen a strange man dressed in red?
Only our Lord and Savior Jesus. Surely his rags were drenched in blood as he lay upon the cross.
What?
That's not what I meant. I mean someone here. In
Someone
Carmel
mentions a
Springs.
weird man dressed in red, and
Are
your
you
mind goes to
joking?
Jesus and not
I
Santa
haven't seen a
Claus.
person like that, no.
Is
all
Jesus
I'm
really
looking
known for
for.
wearing red?
May the Lord shine his light on you.
No, that's Jesus' clothes were obviously soaked with his blood
Towards
when
the
he
end.
died on the cross, was his explanation. Like, what do we need to do with
So-
the Rain residents?
Okay, so the steps are: talk to Goober, ask him about his real name, Franklin Goldfarb. Show him your lighter. Note: Franklin Goldfarb disappears. You get the note, BH. Go to the Rain residence and ask Grandma about BH. Note changes to Black
Okay.
Hats. Ask Grandma about Black
Right.
Hats, or go to the clinic and ask Wade about BH, if his location is still available. Do we have the BH note?
No.
So we need to find Goldfarb.
Oh, the nurse.
Oh,
is
the
back.
nurse is back.
I need a word, Miss Mendez.
Wait, how do you know my name?
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
Oh, that's
have the eyesight of
mean.
a bald
Why is
eagle or
Kathy mean to the poor nurse?
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept battling
Okay,
this is
how
about
he
a
gets to the
religious
church. All right.
near-death
He is in the church.
Your guide
Okay,
is
thanks.
missing this crucial step, where you must dick around enough to get the nurse to reappear.
That's the worst part of adventure games, is when stuff seems to happen for no causal reason.
Yeah.
There, now we can electrocute him and we can all go home.
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Huh, yeah, you're quite the charmer.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Oh, it's okay. He doesn't mind.
It was...
And he got hit by a
pretty
fucking
convincing.
stun gun.
So what brings you
He's,
to the
he's
house of
method.
God?
He's
Come
very
on.
method.
I'm
He went
afraid
to
that ship has
Juilliard.
long since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Shoot, Missy.
Wait, okay, let's...
Okay,
See ya.
In case this breaks the game.
nah, that god old fast.
That's a horrible pun, and we didn't even see the
Why
Why
achievement
would
pop
you
up.
make
Totally
me
went
do
there.
this, Chris?
You got an achievement for it.
Should we try to burn the Bibles?
No, don't. I feel like you're just tempting fate at that point.
Hi,
There's
Goober.
no reason.
Shoot.
If you had a reason,
Alright,
absolutely.
let's ask him about
Do
everything.
you know what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez.
There's
not
more
a lot.
talking in this
Teenage
game than I
girls,
remember
man,
there
they're
being.
like their own species. Impossible to figure
You literally
out.
just said, let's ask them every
Not to
question.
mention how that entire family ain't like people friendly.
I'm trying to be respectful,
Now,
Josh.
that's an
I've already
understatement.
talked over
Nearly
most
started
of this.
All right,
growling
all right.
with Sue the first time I met
All
her.
right.
I mean, part of the problem
Sure
is
feel
that
out
it's
me
it's
whooping that man.
it's adventure dialogue, right? You have your list of 7 things, and even people that don't have much to say about those 7 things, you have to be able to ask them because that's the process of elimination thing that you do in adventure games with dialogue trees. But it means that most of this stuff is filler or repeated exposition or, I don't know about that, I was a baby when that happened and I was a kid. Like,
Which
that's
is-
all you...
Tell me what you saw exactly.
Honestly, why this is by far my least favorite part of any given adventure
Guys
game.
running away, carrying a bunch of stuff.
What did they look like?
Like, I whenever I get to a conversation tree and I see like 8 things I need to talk to this NPC about, and I know that it doesn't really matter what order I do it in, but I have to talk to them about all of it.
Spit it out.
That's
Yeah.
like actually kind of a pain point for me in any game, really.
It's also a problem with a lot of RPGs.
What kind of ring?
Platinum with
A lot of
description.
RPGs, although sometimes I don't care.
Something.
Like, dialogue in and of itself is not bad. If this was driving the story forward, if he was dropping some shocking plot on us or something, or if this was like an emotionally charged moment between these 2 characters and he was kind of pissed about the whole execution thing, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
But like, nothing we do to this guy matters. He's a tool for us to have puzzles and to manipulate
I
to
see
solve
2
things.
letters fitting that description recently.
It's kind of just like the you have to chew every bite of food 50 times thing is what this feels like.
I feel like
Yeah.
you guys aren't really like taking into account like the
Okay,
feelings
that's
of the
all.
NPC. Like if there was a skip button, like how they would feel if you were to skip their dialogue. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like you're really taking to
We had this
that.
game where he would hide pennies around the house.
You've been
and
playing
I'd go on
Stanley
treasure
Parable,
hunt.
haven't you?
Never
Yes, I
in the
have.
attic,
That's
though.
my favorite
I
video
thought it was
game.
too scary up there.
Yeah, well, how many dudes can you tase in Stanley Parable?
My trusty Zippo.
None.
The only
That's
thing my
fair.
deadbeat dad
I'm trying to
left
think of a game that I can
Crude
tase people.
description,
I guess
BH,
Mass Effect I can
is a
tase some
mystery to
people.
me.
Yeah.
Did
So-
the inscription on the
What for?
ring look anything like this?
Wow, actually exactly like that.
I will say that given
Turns
you...
out
What?
that one of the people who helped rob the Charles Wade's
Hi,
house
Goober.
was
Shoot!
Kathy Rain's deadbeat dad.
Any idea what BH stands for?
Nice.
I will say that giving you an achievement for using the lighter on the Bibles and then putting Goober right above the Bibles and having to use the lighter on him to get the plot moving
That's all for now.
is
See
a
ya.
choice. I feel like that's an achievement several people may have accidentally gotten.
Yeah.
I do enjoy
So
the
we've
idea
hit
that Kathy
time.
doesn't even think twice about it.
We've hit time, so next week we'll come. I think we're getting to almost to the end game at this point. There's this is kind of Act 2.
Really?
And we're definitely more than halfway through Act 2. Yeah,
This is day 3 and there are 5 days total.
yeah.
That's actually kind of surprising to me.
So next time we're gonna swing by Grandma's house and ask about BH,
Or we'll be playing the Stanley Parable, one of the two.
or we'll be playing Stanley Parable. Oh no.
Fuck it.